up, MTG nerds?
I'm Big E, back again with my main man, Mean Gene, the Dolphin Scream. Here, bringing you another sweet video.
I'm not screaming.
Sweet? People say sweet. Not gonna scream?
No.
You should scream a little.
No. If I were to do it, I would do like a villainous one. Something like
You know
that.
what? I should find a picture of an evil dolphin and put over your head when you said that. Just
Put a pirate hat on them too.
probably like a patch.
Oh, yes, do that too. Lasers.
Oh, we got a video here for you today. We're going to be talking about Taplands because we have different opinions on Taplands. I believe that no deck should have them.
I think you should run some.
Some.
So
that's where, and I'm going to agree with you on one or two, depending on the deck. I'm sure it's in general though. It's just no reason for it. Depending on your colors.
But most of the time, you've argued that Taplands are super bad and they're for bad players, and you shouldn't run them, right?
I'm gonna change my thought a little bit on it.
Oh,
I do believe that you're bad if you use Taplands. Now, specific decks, you need them, and certain ones are fine. Like Mystic Sanctuary, you're gonna run Mystic Sanctuary because it does so much. It brings you something back. It's a combo piece in certain decks. But are you going to run Mystic Sanctuary in a 4-color deck, 3-color deck?
honestly, I don't know what Mystic Sanctuary does.
Mystic Sanctuary
Oh,
is
wait,
the blue
take it
one.
back. I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
absolutely run it in all blue decks.
In all blue, but you need 3 islands.
That's fine.
It's not 3 sources, it's 3 islands. So no,
Well,
if I'm not running a high amount of instants of sorceries I want to make sure I can bring back, I'm not going to risk it.
okay, then. I usually run... If I run blue, I'm always running it with black or green, so Simic or Dimir. So I'm never really running more than 3 colors.
Do you run Mystic
But-
Sanctuary in your Izzet deck?
Yes, I do.
Good idea, because it's 2 colors. Haha, I got you.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I understand more what you were saying 4, because already now the reason why I run it is because thinking about it now, I don't run more than 3 colors. I think the only ones that I've ran with more than 3 colors are Abzan and Jund. But I do.
Those are both 3 colors, but you mean just without blue.
That's because that blue land happens to come in tap. But there would be other cards that I know that I run in them that do come in tap that I think are really good, and you should run them.
Okay. All right, so my whole reason for not liking Taplands is because I don't want to lose the game because I drew a tap land instead of an actual land. So most cases, instead of running a tap land, run a basic. I would much rather just pull a basic if I need a land late game. Pulling a tap land late game always feels bad. It never feels good.
Okay.
Unless that tap land's going to come in untapped.
You run fetches, right?
I run fetches, but only for my main color. Like I've stopped running all fetches in all my decks.
Why?
Because I was not running enough basics. I wanted to be able to fetch them.
Why not? Why aren't you running more basics?
My general rule of deck building, I do, because from what I own, because I don't own duels, I do shocks, I do all the, sorry for being poor, I do shocks, I do the other dual color lands that don't have a name, that check lands. I do the check lands.
Oh, so those are the battlefield tap, right?
Not if I have any of the other things that make it okay.
But it can
Like
it
a
enters
root bound,
by
there is definitely a possibility, and you know what feels really bad? Having a root bound crag in my hand and a fucking morphic pool, and just being there sad.
Morphic Pool.
And having a fucking soul ring in my hand, like, oh, I could turn 1 soul ring, but now I'm gonna wait till turn 3.
Isn't Morphic Pool the one that comes into play
Tapped
tapped if you don't have more than 2 opponents?
No.
Is that Morphic Pool?
No, Morphic Pool is the one that's it's like Cinderglade.
No, Morphic Pool is the...
Is it? Oh, which one? What's the one that's like Cinderglade? What's that called? I
Sunken
completely
Hollow.
fucked it up.
Sunken Hollow.
Sunken. Okay. I misspoke. Yes, I would run Morphic Pool. Yeah, absolutely. Those are good.
Yeah.
What are those? The Battle Bond lands?
Yeah, Battle Bond.
Yeah, I run the Battle Bond lands.
They come into play tap though, right?
No.
The possibility of coming in tap.
If you have 1 opponent left.
Yeah, so it comes in tap.
If you have 1 opponent.
Yes.
99% of the time. And Commander, you're not. Especially in our meta. Nobody kills each other in order here.
What if you had already killed 2 people? You have 1 person left. You need 1 more land. Your turn. Draw. Morphic Pool.
That feels bad.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
That's
You're running a tapped land.
I run a couple of tap lands in a couple of decks.
So does that
Do
make
you run
bad?
the bounce lands?
Not anymore.
No. Why?
Because it just slows you down.
Why?
Because it slows you down.
Why?
Because it comes in tap.
Oh.
And you have to return a land back to your hand.
Yeah, but in the right deck, you do run it. You
I
see
don't
what
run it at all.
I run
Ever
it. Well,
again.
do you run it like Tatiova? You 100% run it because
I
you want to
run
put a land in your hand.
I'm just running a bunch of fetches now.
You see, and I just don't like to run all the fetches anymore. I run my dominant color fetches, so I don't have 9 fetches in a deck.
But
It's just something I've been doing.
okay, let's go back to let's think
All
of
right.
fetches. When you're fetching and you're getting a land, how often? And I've seen it many times. How often are you getting a land at the end of somebody's turn and not shocking it in when you're getting a shock land?
Me personally, for the purpose of this argument, never.
You're never paying.
Every once in a while.
I've seen you multiple times.
Every once in a while, I do that for sure.
I've seen you multiple times bring in a shock land at the end of somebody's turn, and I will bring it up to you. It would be really good to.
Well, that's just so I don't have to take the extra damage.
The dual, from Kaldheim, the dual snow lands that come in tapped.
Yeah.
You're bringing in a land tapped no matter what, and you're
Well, yes,
fetching
that land
for
will always come into tap no matter what's happening.
Yes.
No matter fuck that.
Are you bringing in that shock land tapped at the end of somebody's turn?
Well, you see,
Yes or no? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
But it's not a yes or no question. It's a very it matters when you're doing it. At the end of turn one,
Exactly,
if
it
I've got
matters.
nothing to do, yes, I'll bring in the tap land or the shock land and bring it in tapped. But what if I got a fucking brainstorm in my hand? Well, maybe I want to turn on brainstorm.
That's why you
maybe
have.
that's what I want to do with my life.
That's why I have a dual land.
Yeah.
The older dual lands.
Yeah.
I have the shock land, and I have that tapped dual land. So now I have the options.
You do have the option to not take 2 damage. That means
not
fucking
take 2
nothing
damage.
in Commander.
And if I want to
Nothing.
take,
It does not matter. The 2 damage.
it makes a difference. That 2 extra damage when you're at 2 and somebody
when you're at 2,
and somebody
yes,
like
it
sign in
matters.
bloods you're gonna be like, damn.
No, when you're at 2,
Why'd
it
I
does
take
matter.
that extra 2 damage from my shock land?
Okay, you know what? So let's.
Or 3 technically,
It's,
because
it's,
then you
let's, let's,
fetch
no, we're gonna scenario time because you want to hit me with the scenarios. I'm gonna hit you with one. It's the end of the game. You're about to go all Mike and Trike on everybody.
Okay.
All right. You're like, ha ha ha. 1 more mana, and I'm in it. And you rip that land off the top, and it's that shit fucking tap land. It's like, well, I'm gonna put this into play tapped and lose the game now. That's
Well,
what
then
you're
I'll
gonna
just
do.
I'll just use the fetch in my in my
You
hand.
can't. This is my scenario. You can't add shit to it. This is my scenario. You don't have a fetch in your hand.
But if you're gonna bring
you know
that
what you
up,
have in your hand, you got a Veil of Summer in your hand. You got an Autumn's Veil in your hand. You got every way to protect your fucking shitty combo. But nope. Now you got a fucking tap land in your hand, and now you're sad. I don't want to be sad. I'll never be sad again because it's happened too often.
why would I even do?
Because you
why,
ripped it
I'm
off
just
the
gonna
top.
discard it into my graveyard so that I can reanimate it back.
I don't think you understood the scenario here.
Fuck your scenario.
If you don't win the game here, if you don't get that land, you lose the game. That's happened to me many times.
So now
Many times I've had
now
an
this becomes
opportunity
not
to
a
win.
conversation about the tap lands. It becomes a conversation of drawing 1 card out
Yes.
of 99 cards.
That I've definitely drawn before. Like, I've definitely had that happen where I could have won the game if I had anything but a tap land. It's happened many times. So I eliminate the possibility of losing a game to that. And I don't play bad lands. I mean, I don't play bad lands in general, but I don't play, like, the bad lands either.
Okay. Do you run? I think I've seen you run this card before.
What?
But Mirrored Landscape.
I used to run Myriad Landscape in monocolored decks. But I don't run it in
You run it
anything
in
two-color.
Okay.
It's dependent. It matters. Like, the deck matters. Mirrored Landscape is a bad card because not only does it get you 2 tapped lands, you got to pay 2 for it. It's not good.
Above Vasuva.
I have a Vesuva, but I don't run the Vesuva.
Have you ran it in the deck before?
Yes.
Okay. Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle.
You see, now this is a special case because
Okay.
yes, Valakut's good in a mono red deck. It's good. It's going to hit people for fucking
How about
damage.
Bajuka Bog?
Bajuka Bog's great. It's going to exile graveyards. Yes, I run that one.
Are they all Taplands?
Yes.
They enter tap? Okay.
But they do. They all have a function outside of tapping for mana. Like, I've absolutely felt like shit when I've looked at my hand and been like, all right, well, I got a Bajuka Bog, and I got this Cabal Coffers, and I got a Forest. Like, it's a bad feel.
It's bad. It's bad.
But that Bajuka Bog late game rarely feels bad.
But
even
it's
if you're
tap
going to lose
land.
the game, it's like, all right, well, at least you could fucking shit on.
It's a Tapland, though.
It is. I've told
And
you,
by definition,
certain Taplands, if they do a function, if they do something better, that's going to help me win a game, I will run it.
I mean, obviously, Taplands, hey, it enters tap, gain 1 life, and you can't untap it. Like, those are bad. If you run those, I'm sorry, man, you're bad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But
you know, maybe that's just where the budget is. I get it. We all can't be rich.
But you might as well just run the
be wealthy.
basics.
Yeah, I
You might
absolutely
as well just run the
a
basics.
basic over 90% of tap.
Because then on top of that,
I got a question for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Better ideas. Where's your stance for the Triome? Triome is fetchable.
Yep.
They have cycling, but they do come in tapped.
I would run them.
Aren't they cycling 3?
Cycling 3.
I know.
Exactly. That's where
I'll never. Put
I
one on
would
the
run
deck.
it because one, it goes back to what I was saying, where you're gonna get something in tap no matter what. Because there's the scenarios where you're getting stuff tapped no matter what, because you have nothing to play on your turn. You're doing it at the end step of somebody. Why not do that at the end step of somebody? Gets a tricolored
And
swamp, island, forest, and it comes in.
I
next turn,
agree.
You can use
I'm not disagreeing with you
or
on that point.
it's late game, like you said. Oh, feels bad. I got it. Oh wait, I can cycle it.
Yeah, but it's 3 mana.
3 mana to draw.
To draw 1 card. No.
Would you pay 3 mana to draw 1 card at any time in the game, if you had the chance to?
No.
You wouldn't.
It's a lot.
You would never
I'd
pay
pay
3.
2 mana. Not never pay 3. There's definitely scenarios where I would pay 3 to draw
Okay.
1 card, but not enough.
Would you rather have a tapped land in hand that does nothing, or a tapped land with cycling?
I would rather not have a tap land in my hand for any reason at all, other than those times I need it. But I would prefer to have the option of cycling. I don't think the triomes are bad. I don't think people that run triomes are bad. I really don't. I get it. I just won't.
But didn't you
Because
just
I
say
don't
in the
wanna
beginning of this that anybody that runs tap lands are bad?
Yeah, but that was more of a joke.
Was it really a joke?
I don't-
Is it really
how-
how you really feel?
That's how I feel.
Let the world know how you feel.
Fuck you guys. No, it was a joke. It was more of a joke in the beginning. I don't care what you put in. It's not going in my deck. Like, I would never put a trial in my deck. I don't want to draw it.
Wait a minute.
I only put things in my deck I want to draw.
Don't you run the scribe ones?
No, not
anymore?
in years.
Not in yours.
I think one deck I had one in. Oh, you know what? No, I do. Usury. And it fucked me. You know, it's fucked me like 5 or 6 times. Where it's like, oh, Scry, fuck.
You sit
You know,
there.
what I do like, Zaffron Void, if you're going to run a Scry land. Zaffron Void, it comes in untapped, only gives you colorless, but when it enters, you Scry one.
What's that?
It's Zaffron Void is the card. It's this one right here. I know you can't see it, and you're looking at it. I'm going to edit that in, so there's actually a card there. Oh, no, it's crushing us. So Zaffron Void, if you want to run a Scryland, run that one. That's a good one. But in general, no. I've lost too many games because of it. It's not happening to me again.
But you run tap lands, right?
Every once in a while.
Okay.
As long as they do something specific. As long as they do something specific.
But you run.
It's dependent. And Magic isn't one thing, right? You've got to build your decks. Let me teach you how to build a deck. You got to build your deck so that way it fits, that everything goes together, right? I mean, that's the point,
Yeah.
right? So that way you have good synergy. So if a tap land happens to synergize with a strategy or perform some defense, then I will consider running it. But for the most part, no.
Well, then I guess we're done. We established that you have said in the beginning that Taplands are bad and anybody who runs them are bad, and you actually do run them. Whether they're specific in a deck or not.
Was that I have run them?
Whether you use them or not, you run them, so you're a bad player. There you go. There you go, guys.
What? What the fuck was this? I feel bamboozled. I feel led astray.
You've been bamboozled. But at the same time, no, I do see a lot of people run like the scry ones and the ones that gain life or ones that just come in tapped, and I'm like, damn, that's really bad.
It's slow.
And I used to run them. Because I was like, oh yeah, scry one. Yeah.
I feel like the first thing you do after, when you start to make your decks better, one of the first things you do is you begin taking Taplands out. When you're trying to make your deck faster, you start adding rocks, taking out Taplands. It's just a natural progression. And there are some good Taplands.
The one land that I like seeing in decks that a lot of the people that in our group play are the cycling lanes. But the cycling for one colorless or the one pip of it.
Yeah. I understood. What was that, like Lonely Step?
Yeah, the ones from Modern Horizon, like the OG ones from Modern Horizon. Like,
those are okay. I wouldn't put them in my deck, but I get why they do. I mean, it makes sense.
Just another draw.
Yeah, just a draw. 1 for 1 is great, but 3 for 1, it's not worth the land. Not worth the land. Not for me, anyway. Then again, I'm an amazing Magic player. Some would say the best in the group.
I think Angel's the best.
This guy would say the best. Don't bring up Angel. We can't keep bringing him up. He's going to have to be a guest.
He's going to have to be a guest?
Yeah, we have to kick his door down, film him.
He said he's going to come back soon.
Is he?
I texted him yesterday.
Angel. We can't wait to
He
see
just
you.
doesn't know when.
God, I can't wait. We got to get him on the show.
Him.
You think we can dump Relio? Bring Angel on?
I mean, it is his uncle.
All right, guys. Well, I think we said everything we could say about this. Now let us know. What you think. Do you run Taplands? Do you agree with me that they're mostly bad? Mostly for bad players? Mostly. Not entirely, but just mostly. Let's get into a flame war about it. Huh? Let's shut down YouTube as we bitch at each other and get banned. Or do you believe with this young man?
Eric is bad because he runs Taplands, as he stated in the beginning of the show. That's all I wanted to prove. That's all I wanted to
That
prove.
was it? All right. What do you run Taplands? Let us know. Do the things that are going to pop up in the video there, the likes, what is it, the comments and the subscribing. Let us know what you think.
All that stuff. Let us know. And watch out for dolphins screaming in the waters.
Oh, God. They scream at night.
And they do other stuff.
But we'll see you next time. We got another game coming for you here soon. Give us some of that feedback. Once again, thank you, Terranaut, for letting us use your music.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys soon.
Right.
What's up, MTG nerds? Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe with the notification bell, leave a comment for feedback, and we really greatly appreciate it.
A big shout out to Terranaut, a melodic black metal band from Chicago, Illinois. Thanks to them, they have allowed us to use a portion of their track, Mystic March, from their album Native Sorrow. Go ahead and show them some love and support at their Bandcamp account at Terranaut and their Facebook account at Terranaut Metal. Links are also within the description below.